DENIS CYPLENKOV is in Dubai for King of the Table 5 and he did some practice pulling with Larry Wheels. Of course, Larry Wheels never stood any chance against Denis, but we are looking more towards the practice pulls with DENIS CYPLENKOV and King of the Table athletes like Artyom, Morozov, Vitaly Laletin and possibly Dave Chaffee as well. Before we begin talking about this video, three things that we need to understand. First of all, DENIS CYPLENKOV is weighing around 125 kilos and he's only 6'1" or 6'1.5". So to those people who think or who claim that DENIS CYPLENKOV is washed up, he's nothing now, he is still weighing 275 pounds, very lean. Second point is that DENIS CYPLENKOV is no longer a left-handed monster. He has himself clarified quite a few times that he has not been training his left much and his right is 20% stronger than his left arm. So him not training his left at all, at least in the gym, translates to this big difference. And Denis always used to say that his left and right were equally strong. It is just the fact that less people arm wrestle left-handed. That is why his left looked more dominant throughout his career. Point number 3 that we need to consider is that DENIS CYPLENKOV is in Dubai at King of the Table to discuss future negotiations of super matches with Core Sports and King of the Table, and he knows that there will be a lot of eyes glued to the screen when Denis is on. So let's get to the video. First of all, already about 200,000 views. I hope that the video gets at least 1 million views soon, and I'm really happy to see the Russian fans just invading the comment section in Russian language. So 3 things that I found interesting in this video. We are going to discuss all 3 of them one by one. First interesting thing, DENIS CYPLENKOV was not allowing Larry Wheels to get any sort of advantage on the table for at least first half of the video. There can be reasons for that. He was putting him in bad position. He was pinning him. He was not allowing Larry to do anything on the table. So the possible reasons for that could be number 1, that is just DENIS CYPLENKOV's style. Number 2, as he claimed in this video, he was trying to figure out the weaknesses in Larry Wheels' game. That is why he was attacking Larry Wheels. Or the third reason, which I believe is the right reason, could be he was unsure of Larry Wheels' power and he knew that there will be a lot of eyes glued on the screen when DENIS CYPLENKOV is arm wrestling. Because if he somehow got himself into a disadvantageous position without actually knowing how strong Larry Wheels is, and if he was not able to dig out of that bad position, it would have looked really bad on him and it could have affected his future super match negotiations. And hey, this is the world that we live in. Practice pulls do matter a lot. Nothing we can do about it now. And the good news for DENIS CYPLENKOV fans was that Larry was not able to do anything with DENIS CYPLENKOV. Denis was way too much for Larry, left and right-handed. There have been some arm wrestlers, some high-level arm wrestlers in Dubai, and Larry has been able to do something with them, but not with DENIS CYPLENKOV, not on the right arm, not on the left arm. Point number 2 that was interesting and exciting at the same time was that Larry Wheels was looking nervous and disheartened when DENIS CYPLENKOV was next to him on the table. Usually Larry is great, he is very humble and cheerful while taking on these beatings from arm wrestling legends, but I don't think this was the case this time. You can clearly see it on his face. He was looking nervous, he was looking worried. I don't know the reason for that. Maybe Larry expected to do something against Denis. I wouldn't do that if I was in Larry's position because Denis, as we all know, is a legend and is a monster even in this condition. Third point that was interesting for me is that DENIS CYPLENKOV was mainly teaching Larry Wheels this move. A cup, a dragging cup and then rotating with the top roll. I'm not an expert on this, but I'm not sure how it is going to help Larry Wheels because Larry ain't top rolling nobody. Usually it is a move for top rollers to avoid getting hooked. So Yanis Amolin's style, Yanis does that more offensively on the offensive side. Denis was teaching it on the defensive side. At least it was helping Larry Wheels to learn how to slip, which can be really beneficial for him. But hey, maybe it is effective against top rollers as well. As I already said, I'm not an expert on this. I do not know the details. So tell me, who would you like to see DENIS CYPLENKOV after practice match with? Is it Dave Chaffee because Dave is going to be tired on the right arm? Dave's left is not that great. Is it going to be Vitaly Laletin? Again, same story, getting tired on the right arm. Or is it going to be Artyom Morozov, whose right arm is going to be fresh? And how well do you think Denis Cyplenkov can do against these monsters of today's world? Can Denis be top 10? We're not sure. But one thing that is for sure is that Engin Terzi and Core Sports will be glued to the screen whenever Denis is pulling anyone. Thank you very much for watching this video. Subscribe the channel. It means a lot to me. You're helping me out from the beginning and I hope you continue to do so in the future as well. Old School Labs have supported me with sponsorship. Please check them out as well. Thank you very much.